What's up, everybody? This is Jay Gamer. Thanks for tuning back in. If you watched the first episode, we're diving back into the Stanley Parable. We're doing episode 2. Please enter the current time. It is 7:42 p.m. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm having a blast making these videos. I made one that wasn't usable because it was a different game, but the audio was all messed up, and so I had to delete it, made it with some friends. We're going to try again later today, later tonight, and see if we can't get that squared away. But again, this is Jay Gamer. Thanks for tuning in the channel. Hang on. Apparently there's more settings to set. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take the time, or don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at midnight and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock. I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about the experience you're playing, paying attention. I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't read super well right now, but we'll see how that goes. I don't even have a way of knowing if if the time you're setting are correct. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you go to the game, see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Okay, go ahead, pick which time you want. If it's not the correct time, you've earned it. All right, let's get back to the video game now. I love the little settings guy. All right, let's jump on in. Let's begin the game. So I know we got some pretty cool endings last time.
This is the story.
We're gonna go ahead and skip the introduction. I know we got some pretty cool endings the first time.
All of his co-workers.
I'm gonna try and find the new content.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps I missed a memo. Looks like the new content door, because I'm playing the Ultra Deluxe version. There's supposed to be a door that says new content. It's supposed to be a lot of really cool stuff. So let's see. Let's go ahead and I know we got the downstairs ending. I don't think we rode the lift across.
When Stanley came to a set of two
I should have
open
totally
doors,
watched
this was
my
not
first
the correct
video.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
And remember what I did.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
The employee lounge, just admire it.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it but eager to get back to business. Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I did want to admire the employee lounge just to take a sip of my coffee real quick. Oh, I know there's a...
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
There's something
incredible
we can
he
do over
wasn't
here.
5 years ago.
How do we... I know there's a way to, get over this. Maybe not. I thought there was an ending down there. No, we did this one. Oh, let's do the, Let's see, let's ride this across.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on
I think we took the red door, or the blue door last time. Let's take the red door and see what happens.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Under mind control the whole time.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Someone I forgot about.
What?
Myself.
Really?
I forgot to take care of
I was in
myself.
the middle of something. Do you have zero
Danger
consideration
everywhere.
for
We
others?
did already see that.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how
pretty
to
convinced the
convince you of
narrator
this, but
wants
I really
something
do
bad to
want
happen to
help
Stanley.
you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Just the audio on my
Give me a
headset real
chance.
quick.
Now listen
Okay,
carefully.
so
this
last
is
time we
important.
did take the blue door.
Stanley
We played some different
walked
games.
through the red door.
So let's see what happens when we go through the red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
Oh no, I'm in an
The
infinite
problem is
loop.
all these choices. The two of us always trying to get
Stanley, I
somewhere
want to
that
show you
isn't
something
here.
beautiful. An
Running and
endless
running and
hallway.
running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I
Narrator,
wanted
I'm
to
pretty
stop.
sure you're killing Stanley.
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Just stop.
And I think I have a solution.
Go backwards.
Here, let me show you.
Oh, that's kind of creepy. It was infinite the whole time. That's cool though. The game is got us in a loop now. Let's go through here, see what we see. Oh.
What What are we looking for?
Can I? Oh, like I can't even like walk off the side. That'd be funny. I'm in space.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right
It's
here,
the Northern Lights,
right in this
but in the
moment, with
office.
this place, Stanley, I think I feel
These stars aren't real.
happy.
I'm in an office building.
I actually feel happy.
This is just another break room. This is kind of crazy. It's kind of trippy to look at. Just gonna see like all the floating lights. Oh, more floating lights. This is the break room from the 1970s. Well, the door that I came through is gone. I think it was this way. Can I go back? Oh no, I can't walk off of the edge. Let's try to see if there's any edges we can walk off of. There's clearly a door there, but let's see if there's something hidden. Not seeing anything hidden.
No, wait. Where are you going?
I'm going
Oh
to
no.
these stairs.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
He seems like genuinely concerned.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No! Oh, thank God. No. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before.
How is it falling
If you
off the
die,
lift
we'll both
kills
go
you
back. Why are
instantly,
you
but
doing
falling off
this?
the stairs just hurts you? Huh.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike
No,
my
actually, I love your game.
But you'll throw
That's why I'm
yourself
playing
on
all
this
these different
platform
games.
over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from
No.
being happy.
Can't say
Am I
you can't
reading
say
the
kill
situation
yourself
correctly?
on the internet anymore, Mr. Narrator. It's very much.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't
Gamers
know
never
anymore.
die; they only
I just
respawn.
wanted us to get along.
Remember that,
But I guess that was too much to ask.
Mr.
It looks
Narrator.
like you wanted to make a choice after all.
Oh
And
yes.
This one is yours.
Oh, so you're finally gonna let Stanley make a choice. Well, my choice, Mr. Narrator, is to do a flip.
Is it over?
10 out of
It's going
10.
to restart.
10 out of 10.
I'm going back.
And we rewind, and we're back at the beginning.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I know
What
there's
did
going to
he
be a
do?
door eventually that says
Stanley
new
decided
content.
to go to the meeting
and
room.
we go
Perhaps
there,
he
and
had
that's how
simply
we
missed a memo.
access the Ultra Deluxe content. Oh my gosh, there it is! Perfect.
Oh, new content?
New content, yes,
What does
please.
that mean? New
Let me
content.
gobble up that new content. Oh, look. Oh, we're like on like a Disney ride. It's a small world.
Hello,
after
and thank
all.
you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yes, I am
As
the
you
player.
may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
That's correct.
After receiving critical and commercial success,
Home,
it was
Games
expanded
Factory,
upon
money.
in 2022 with the Stanley
Communism,
Parable
not communism,
Ultra Deluxe,
capitalism.
a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Christmas lights. Beautiful.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
I don't know how I feel about injecting content. That sounds kind
Please
of...
step inside and see what thrilling new
More
adventures
filing
await
cabinets.
in the Stanley Parable
painting.
Ultra Deluxe.
New content.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing
Yeah, there's already
adventure.
2 elevators in the game. Now there's a 3rd elevator. What are we going to possibly do with 3 elevators?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere?
I don't know, Mr. Narrator,
here
this
we
is
go.
your game.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it. New content. Fiending for the new content.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
Mostly
It's as if
tedious.
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
It's a brick wall. That's it, guys. That's the Ultra Deluxe brick wall. Oh. The jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, yeah, I get to jump finally. Oh, I'm going to use all these jumps. You best believe it. My space bar is on fire. Double tapping the space bar now. I can only jump so fast. I'm clicking the space bar. I've clicked the space bar like 60 times already, not just 36. Oh. I can no longer jump. I wondered why in the controls menu it says
that it?
press space to jump.
Surely that's not all.
Even
the new
though,
content.
like, when you
There
try
has to be
jumping in the
something
beginning of the
else,
game,
right?
you get an achievement that says you can't jump, and it's like, no,
Another
seriously, we
elevator.
removed
Stanley,
it.
I have to say, initial
even though it
impressions of
says
this game
press
are
space to
not
jump.
positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content,
I love that they're
then
calling
could
out the
just
game
redo the whole
industry. Like, you
dictionary.
added-
There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more.
I wonder how
Very
long
cool.
it would actually
Yeah.
take somebody to
I
count
knew there had
to
to be
30
something
trillion. Do you
else.
really think it
Let's
would
see.
take 1,000
I'm ready for
consistent
whatever
hours?
it is.
Oh. Oh. You remember the fern in the last episode where he's like, pay attention to that fern. It's around here somewhere, lurking in the shadows. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar.
They're definitely
And don't
calling
get
out
me
the game
started on
industry.
the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore."
One of them
What
actually
quality
does
assurance
say,
department
"Test
signed off on
achievement, please
this?
ignore."
I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and
Another
I
achievement
intend to
actually
phone these people
says-
on Twitter and hold them personally
Mr.
accountable.
Twitter. Mr. Narrator Twitter's
It's my
gone.
fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
reset the game.
And we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
That's actually wholesome. That's actually
What do
so
you say,
wholesome.
friend?
He calls him friend. Mr. Narrator's falling in love with Stanley. They're gonna make a beautiful gay couple. What? That's not my office. I mean, this is my office. That's not my office building. What is that? But anyway, there is actually an achievement on the Ultra Deluxe that says Super Go Outside, and it's don't play the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe for 10 years. How do you possibly... The game hasn't even been out for 10 years. No one has possibly earned that trophy. Maybe you could trick, like, your PC to thinking it's, like, 10 years from now or something, but that's kind of crazy to think about. Like, don't play this game. We want to give you an achievement for not playing our game for 10 years. It's kind of crazy. Oh... That's my office building. This is not my office building. What is going on?
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
You know, if a stranger were to call me, like, hey, Trevor, come over here.
Oh, you don't want to see the
Get in
cool
this
surprise
vent.
I made for you? Well,
I
fine.
probably
You're
would.
a dork anyway, so who cares?
Oh, you're gonna call me a dork? You know what? Fine.
Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Let's see what's going on here. Just call me a dork. Oh, you're gonna kill me, aren't you? No, I'm alive. Maybe. Okay.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra
love
Deluxe
how
content turned out to be?
everything's
Well, it got me
white
thinking about
on the
past
outside.
and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Oh.
Just our little secret. Take a
It's
look.
Skyrim! Maybe not.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive
The
the
building's
peak
way bigger on the
experiences of
inside
my
than it is the
life
outside.
whenever I want.
Oh, it's just a
Experiences
wall.
like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Yes, the launch of the memory zone. Hello? Basket, having a picnic, some rope, you know, tie stuff up. The fern from earlier! Not really. Memory, sweet memory.
You see, Stanley,
Ah,
doesn't the memory
2013.
zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a
2013
cheap
was so much
re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched?
October of
Back
2013.
then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The clock says 2013, great. Our first kiss, my first car, the release of Stanley Parable in 2013. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Oh, look at this. It's the Stanley Parable on Steam. What everyone's saying. This is so funny. This is so funny. It's just pictures from the game. It's pictures of the game in the game. Gameception. A trip down memory lane. Is that their first dollar? Is it like, this is our first dollar? I wonder if this is like actually like the serial number and like, you know, copy of like a real US dollar that they earned from Stanley Parable. If there's even a way to track that, the game potentially could have been only available digitally, and that's just representation. Begin the demo! Oh, the Stanley Parable demonstration. Wait. That's where it came from. Okay, lost my train of thought there. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. And now there's this achievement, super go outside. We were just talking about that. British Academy Award. Huh. British Academy Award. Debut game. Game innovation. Story. The Los Angeles Times. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Like, how do you want to die? Oh, come on, I want to sit on the bench. Let me sit on that bench. Come on. What's this? What's happening? What is happening? Little Stanley? Is that a hamster? Did somebody's little hamster die and they buried him in the game? That's so sad. So sad.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning
that
triumph of
review
games
screen's a little glitchy.
journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game
Stanley
ever
Parable.
created. That's how
Every game
grand
ever
and
created.
all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Which
It
is
was
kind of funny to
literally
think about, because I made a
every
joke
game
in the
ever
last,
created. It was Skyrim. It was
last
Persona
episode
3.
that
It was all
because
of them.
he said to go
And
play
now,
another game,
it's
to like
nothing.
keep making videos
It's
of
no
me
games at
playing
all.
other games and call
It
them
isn't
all
even
Stanley
the Stanley
Parable.
Parable
So it all
anymore.
comes full circle.
It's just
Stanley
a
Parable
husk
is every
now.
game ever created.
A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator
New
content.
elevator, but a third elevator. You know how hard it is to put a third elevator in a game, Mr. Narrator? It's crazy hard. There's nothing down there. The Stanley Parable. It's not really much like off button from the these are from the mind control facility. Is this like early coding content stuff? Person of the year. Stanley. a happy button. You can't push any of these buttons. It just makes the generic keyboard clicking. The red and blue door. Stanley on Stanley's computer. A random card that says, for Scott K. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. What else we got on here? Literally anything. Okay. People play games because what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can do anything. Globe. Stanley Parable is the world. Your number is 29. That's actually my gamer tag. It's 29 in my gamer tag because 29 is my lucky number. So I am 29. I'm in the game. I'm in the Stanley Parable. I win. Haha. What is this?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The
GameSpot's
Stanley
a real
Parable
website.
is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
The game was perfect. 9 out of 10.
It
I don't
didn't
think the
need
narrator knows
new
what perfect
content.
means.
It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
It's kind of true though. Like when you have a game that's really, 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 really good, and then the remaster comes out, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna play the remaster," and the remaster is just dog water, and you're like, "I never should have played the remaster." The Serious Room 2013. Never should have played the remaster. I should have just let that live in my memories where it was perfect.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
To have it all over
Wait.
again. Wait.
Hang on.
Oh no.
I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
What is this?
What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
This place does not look glowing, Mr. Narrator. Oh no. Not recommended. Must know what it says.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and
To full completion?
unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
Narrator, you
Trying to
almost
make a
killed me
serious
again.
word.
Look how close this is to my
I
knowledge.
have
Just
a
a
handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is
no.
already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh no. Narrator's crashing out, guys. Look, a forklift. Can I go up on the forklift? I can. Take me on, narrator. To victory! Alright. What's around here? Probably more bad reviews. Not looking too great. The thunder. This one's all blurred out. You don't get to read this one! Because it was a positive review. You know what's kind of crazy is like when you think about like how much more negativity stands out than positivity. Like there's a negative review right there, and the positive review that's right here is blurred out. Bet you this one's blurred out too.
Okay,
This one's blurred
let's
out
see
too.
what this
But the
one
negative is just standing out.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone
Gotta
who
fight the
prefers
negativity.
non-linear games,
Fight the
this
negativity.
preachiness gets annoying fast.
Positivity,
Preachy?
good vibes.
Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy.
You're a little
Honestly,
preachy.
you can.
You're a little preachy.
Oh, goodness.
We're
This is actually
for
quite
it.
shocking for me.
You're a little preachy.
I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
I'm
Like I
pretty
let these
sure the
people down.
reviews to this game are like
Perhaps the
overwhelmingly
Stanley Parable
positive.
isn't quite as sterling as
So-
I always remembered.
Look, another negative one.
What's this one
Is there
got
more
to say?
blurred out positive ones?
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening.
I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means
don't
we
need
can
a
strike
skip
these
button.
negative reviews from the record. Only
I mean, to be
positive
fair, like
reviews
when
of
I was in the break
Stanley
room
Parable.
and I
That's
just
my
went to the
motto,
next
okay?
room, it
And
kind of
it's
just cut
always
off where
been
he
my
was and started
motto.
the next
I'd do
dialogue, so you don't
anything
really have to
because
stop and wait
yes,
for him to
a skip
finish.
button we shall have.
A skip button. Oh, there's a plank. I'm surfing. Do 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 do. All right, we'll end up that. Oh, a skip button. Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the
Chair.
push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people.
For the people.
And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for
pretty
me
far
to
ahead.
deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes
Felt
and
like
lengthy
more than a few
ruminations
minutes.
on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it would... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review,
you edit
or
a
at
Steam
least
review?
change some of the wording, perhaps. To
It
be
was
honest,
gone for
I don't even know
a
if
really
one
long
can
time. I think
change
it was
their review in the
days.
first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
Maybe.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
I'm gonna skip a minute.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say
What is
that the amount
happening?
of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last
I
one
think
was,
we're
well,
bending the very
I want to say maybe
fabric
30,
of space and
45
time.
minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? Thousand times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door.
The only way forward is forward.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
Fabric is
I have
starting to
someone
unravel.
talk to again.
Time.
Stanley, I
Meaningless.
think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
2 weeks. It's been 85 years. The narrator lives now only in my memory.
Hello, it's you. You're here again.
Oh, hi.
Welcome. I have had time to think about you. And
I think
about
I'm
us
starting
and
to
about
stabilize through the
everything meaningful.
skips.
I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
A year?
But ever
Make
since
it
that,
3
my
years!
face not moved.
Go forward! My narrator's gone. It's been 360,000 years. The only thing that exists now is this room. Everything on the outside is gone. This blue coconut drink is really good. We go on. Ah! That smoke alarm battery lasted 380 million years. We go on again.
But they didn't understand.
Oh,
that
the narrator's
game was
alive!
never
We
meant
went back
to be
in
funny.
time.
It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition.
Narrator.
But where are the jokes? Where
I'm
are the
here.
jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumb.
It's been 685 billion years. The universe has all but vanished. The only thing remains is this room and this skip button.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
That in a
is
horror
never
game.
The end is never the end, is never
be
the
great in a
end,
horror
is
game.
never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
Water
is never the
dripping,
end,
the
is never
narrator's
the
voice,
end, is never the
skip
end, is never the end.
4 trillion years. push the skip button before the game resets. Oh my gosh! Looks like the rest of the universe has already faded from existence, and this room is next. Oh, the sun. Another universe has been created with the perimeters and within the exterior of this room. This room sparked the creation of a new universe. Trees! Life. Life has started from this room and expanded into a brand new galaxy and universe of possibilities. And we skip forward. And apparently, that was too good to be true. That is some creepy background. Again! This dimension is slowly fading into the back rooms. There's be some guys in some yellow jumpsuits coming for us soon. Oh, hey, look! The sun. Ah, yes. The brand new universe that we have created. It's all sand. You can walk in any direction. I don't know, this direction. Sounds good. Onward! We skip forward into a new beginning. We skip forward into a new destiny. We skip forward into a skip forward into a skip forward into a skip forward into a skip forward. What's happening? Just keep going, I guess. We skip forward into a new day, to a new dawn. We skip forward to a new life. We skip forward to a black screen. We skip forward to loading. Ah! Hello there. Looks like we're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Truly a start over, or is something going to be different? Reading input. Input received. Where's the adventure line? Where did you go, line? I hate Mondays. Don't we all? Oh! Yes, new content. You hear that? That's the sound of new content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Yes, we noticed your sign.
I have something very exciting
Oh,
to
back
show
to the
you.
small world ride. Skip forward. I think we're done with the skips. A fourth elevator!
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original.
The only
Stanley
disappointing
Parable
thing
was a
about the
hammer, and
Ultra
any new
Deluxe
content
is that
for it
you
should
succumbed
live up
to the
that
negative
merit.
reviews and
So
crashed
forget
out
this
over
Ultra
65
Deluxe
billion
nonsense.
trillion years.
I say we take it
Ah.
one step even
We're going
further.
even higher.
Which is why
Past reality.
I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Never again.
Yes, you see, isn't this
47?
far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor
Hello,
additions?
Lamp.
Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why
Hello.
there's so many possibilities?
phones.
It could go in so many different directions.
Oh.
This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Some water. Fans have been asking for some water. You're welcome, fans. We got you water. Welcome, Investor Showcase. Okay.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so
Taste
much
the
catchier
sequel.
than Ultra Deluxe, don't you
Two chairs.
think? Ultra Deluxe.
2 more chairs.
What does it even mean?
Sticky
But
notes.
the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh.
Now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented.
2 water coolers.
It screams progress and innovation and
more
long-term
images.
franchising potential.
Franchising potential. Got it. Oh. Oh. The Stanley Parable 2 is a lot cleaner. See, there's no papers all over the floor. Narrator gets it now. Ah, what did I just say? Oh. More TSP, better TSP. Synergy! This game really likes synergy. The color red! You know, red's a pretty good color. This is my second cup! This is my second cup. See, I had a coffee cup earlier, but we skipped forward so far in time, I have a different drink now. We got the black side of the brain and the red side of the brain. Together, they make two. Alright. A fern! I knew the fern! The fern was gonna come back. I knew it wasn't a red herring. Oh, look, the different fonts. Can I, no, hey, I like this one. Let me have this one. Fancy font. Let me have it. Door.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Page design. Number 2 chat. Because you need 2 group chats. 1 group chat's not enough. You need 2 with the same exact people. 2, Roman numeral 2, 2. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, Arkham City, Divinity Original Sin 2. I just downloaded Divinity Original Sin 2, but I haven't played it yet. It's like the precursor to Baldur's Gate. I'm excited for it. Doom 2! Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls. I like how all of these are video games, and then there's just a random movie. Like, game, movie, game. Sequels are good. Don't talk to me before I've had a sequel. 2. The Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel to the Stanley... Oh! No, we're not doing that. 2. Piece 2. Blues, greens. Yeah. It's a raven. That's cool. Oh, Crows. It's made by Crows. The laptop has a crow on it. I got it now. It's a little slow on that one. Ooh, I'm gonna go in the dark area. No, I don't. New content, new features. Little like, just like people. Like, was this be like where he gives a presentation where he's like, "Hello, people. I'm introducing the Stanley Parable 2 now with more 2s." More 2s. New content. Oh, bus to new content. I'm on the bus to new content. Let's go. Expo Hall. Let's go. Oh. Welcome to StanleyCon.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Ooh. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game. I just tap shift to sprint.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really
Road
want?
to the perfect button.
And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is
this is the button,
which
and
speaks
this
the
is
name
the
of
Texas
the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Isn't that wonderful? Try it here. Oh, look. Name.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of
Jim
course,
from
in the
The
final
Office.
game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
Jim wouldn't let you finish.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now?
Yes, because I roleplayed as Jim from The Office. He wouldn't let you finish.
Humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on.
Jim.
See, if you only played alone, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
One more time, Jim. Alright, let's keep going, guys! Let's get back to Stanley Parable 2! I didn't even know there was a sequel. Next thing I know, there's gonna be 17 Stanley Parables. I didn't know about any of them. Let's keep going through the expo hall to StanleyCon!
Maybe I'll only let people named
Stairs.
Jim play the Stanley. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
I think an epilogue would go at the end of the story narrator. That's how they usually work. Jim. Settings World Champion. Hold for achievement. Settings World Champion. Apparently I can't go in there. Oh well. Let's go this way. New and easy achievement for free? That's a deal right there. Hi, Stanley. Guess that's what Stanley looks like. I'm assuming. Yes, that's what Stanley looks like. Let's go. Free and easy achievement?
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last
Isn't this the
satisfy the
sequel?
hordes
Aren't we
of
in the
ravenous
sequel?
fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding
Guess
this
not.
feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen. What else? What other
Ooh, the
exhibits
jump
have we
circle's
seen?
back! Let's go. Jump. I don't have any jumps left.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose
What
it
do you
can
mean
just
I've
be a
already
nice
spent my jumps? This is a
decorative
different
piece,
jump circle. Like, it's like if I go to Chick-fil-A and I spend $20, the next time I go to Chick-fil-A, they're not like, oh, you already spent $20, you can't do it again. Like, come on, man, let me jump. Oh, look, it's a map, like we're in a mall. Look at this map. It's a curved map. Like a curved monitor. Let's see what we got. You are here. Let's go get the merch. Merch. Hey, merch! Let's go. Is that a little QR code? Scan for merch. Merch. Ah, let's go. 2 chairs! 0344. Okay. What's in here? No screenshots. Well, let me go in here.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet
Take a
decided
screenshot
on
real
this
quick.
one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday.
Happy
Which would you go
12th
with?
birthday, step-niece. Get well someday. I feel like get well someday could be like actually something that's like legitimate. Like somebody could be like, hey, get well someday, but like they just, you know, typoed get well soon. I feel like happy 12th birthday, step-niece though is so out of pocket. We're going with that one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really
What?
wanted all
No,
along.
no.
Get Well Someday it is.
More balloons. How many more do you got down there? Apparently it's not enough. If you already had the white balloons down there, look, there's one stuck there. Pop it. If you already had the white balloons down there, Mr. Narrator, then you know, I feel like you knew what you wanted all along. Oh my gosh, you even changed the images on the wall. See, you knew what you wanted.
Or actually,
The
maybe I
choice
should have gone
was
with-
a placebo.
No,
There
I've
was no
made my
choice.
decision. We're
It's the
moving
illusion
on.
of choice. Where was the... There's another door over here. Stanley Parable 2 Reassurance Bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical. That it
Paradoxical,
a chaotic sense
but
of
not really
reckless despair
confusing.
in
We pretty
those
much
who
knew what we were
played
getting
it.
into the whole
Well,
time. The end is never
I'm
the end is
happy
never
to
the
say
end.
that after much consideration,
Choices.
I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
Calm,
It's true.
ease.
As long as you hold on to the bucket,
Bucket!
the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Even
You
comforting.
may even come to long
Give me the
for
bucket!
gentle embrace
Oh!
of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is
I
in
can
your
click on the
arms.
bucket.
And
The
to be
cursor's
honest,
changing.
it's a much
Give
more
me
convenient solution for me
bucket!
than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine
Yes, do
saving
not
us-
redesign this game to be
Yes,
less uncomfortable. It's
the
perfect.
bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Give me bucket. I don't like his laugh.
Can you feel it?
Why he laughed
Glow
maniacally?
of comfort, even in the face
I thought
of
this was a
crushing
reassurance
despair,
bucket.
must already be sweeping through your body.
I feel terrible.
And in fact, can I say
This is
that
a
I
puke
do
bucket
believe
for when the
bucket
narrator
gives
makes
you
me
an air
sick
of
with his evil
charisma
laugh.
as well.
Oh,
I think that just holding it has made
more
you the
white.
slightest bit
Oh,
more
can I
attractive
go out this
as a
way?
person. The benefits of the bucket seem to
Let
be
me
going
out!
on, don't they?
Let me
All
out!
this and more.
Let me out!
In the Stanley
Please.
Parable 2.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for letting me out.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Oh, no screenshots. Hold on. Screenshot. Oh, I think I broke it. Oh, it's just a dial-up tone. The button that says even play. Okay, infinite hole. I saw something that said that's new, like upstairs. But what was it? We'll go check out the collectibles and the infinite hole. I think that's all we got left. What is this? That's new. Oh, this is the epilogue, right? Yeah, okay, that we came from there already. So we already saw the epilogue. We went up there to the settings world champion door that apparently we can't go in. New free achievement, we did that. Let's go in the infinite hole and then we'll do this collectible and then we'll leave. I feel like we gotta do everything to progress. I feel like we can't do everything without progressing. We can't progress without
Stanley,
doing everything.
here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
Never been done
This
before.
is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's
Let's
right.
go, Beckett!
Infinite
Whee!
falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward. You see? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top,
No.
and we can continue onward.
I said I was gonna fall infinitely, we're falling infinitely.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
For so
Maybe
long.
do it on the sooner
forgot
rather
what it's
than
like
later
not to
spectrum
fall.
of things.
My bone density's reduced. It's been ages. I only got this bucket to keep me company.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully,
Tactfully.
but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the
It's not
impact
infinite!
of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly
That's
deep
pretty
hole.
deep.
It is.
I mean,
is it
I can't even see
infinite?
the top anymore.
Well, that sort of
Look at the
depends on
speck up
your
there, there's the
definition
top.
of infinity.
I point like you
From
guys
one
can see where I'm pointing
perspective,
at,
the
but I'm pointing at the
infinite
top.
is merely
black!
philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Ah,
Okay, well, good
Ha!
for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a
Every
cheat, and
pause
you're so
button is a
clever.
Roman numeral
Look,
2.
I think the issue here is just that you're
Just the
unusually
two of
fascinated by
us.
falling. What normal person
Meeting at 2
actually
p.m.?
wants to fall infinitely? I
Meeting
figured
at
the
2
hole
p.m.
was as deep as
You
anyone
mug!
would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
I don't remember what the teleport button was.
Look, things got a little heated.
you
there.
crashed
I
out,
think
man.
we both said some things we didn't mean. Why
Oh,
don't
really?
we
I
just
feel like
put
you meant all of
this
it, okay?
behind us and agree to just call
The
the
truck
hole
wagon?
mostly infinite. If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the
what's the
hole and we
teleport
can
button?
move
I don't
on.
remember.
I'll just be up here when you're ready.
G.
Great. Now, I'm very
wee.
excited. Oh, you see,
What's he gonna say?
I was right. The problem is you.
The problem is
The
me.
problem is that you like
I've always been the
holes too
problem.
much. Not normal. A normal person.
I'm gonna
would say,
fall in
"Yep,
this
that's an
hole till I get
infinite hole
nauseous
right
enough
there.
to
Goes
fill
on
this
forever
bucket
till
with
the end
puke."
of time. Don't need to see it all, but
It's not
not
happening
you.
yet.
Oh, no.
Oh, it went black
You
again.
have a weird
That was
soul.
quicker. What?
Oh. Did
I
the
can see
hole
the
seem
top this
even
time.
shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time
Is
in
it
there
just
than
filling
you did
with
before.
cement?
I mean, admittedly,
Oh, look,
I
there's
didn't
cigarettes
make
down
an
here.
infinite hole.
Is this the
I
smoke
didn't think
break
it was
room?
that not
You throw the
infinite.
smokers down
Well,
here
I
to take the
suppose
smoke
once
break.
again, there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and
I'm
come
hitting
join
the
me.
teleport button, sir.
Had enough?
Aha.
I'm positively thrilled.
Does it get shorter
Gosh,
again?
how could I have guessed? You're
Oh,
back in the hole.
can I see the bot? No, okay.
If this starts to become a thing where... Wow.
That's way shorter.
Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely
Teleport.
certain that the
Teleport!
hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
It's growing
I
steadily less
suspect that I'm
infinite.
starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the
You couldn't
lax
go
overall
all
standards
infinitely
for
to begin with
accountability
because
and
it
marketing.
wasn't. It
What's
was
going on
very
here?
deep, but not
Stanley,
infinitely.
I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the
Okay.
top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me.
You know, Mr. Narrator,
only
we've
is the
already
hole
talked
not
about
infinite,
how much I
it's
like
barely
falling,
even
so
a-
we.
How is this still appealing to you?
Because I like
I
falling.
know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't
Obsessed
see
with
this
holes.
scratching the
There's
itch.
an Inuit
Oh.
in there somewhere.
Who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit
I'm
the
here to run in
teleport
circles
button
forever. Whee!
when you're ready to move on.
Teleport. 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 Teleport.
Is the teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye,
What?
Stanley. You couldn't bear
We could reset the game.
to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
What are you gonna do without me, narrator? I'm the
Yeah,
game.
Stanley. I hope you and the
This
hole...
isn't the narrator parable. It's the stick. Oh, he's gone. I live here now. Hi guys, welcome to the hole. This is a game about the hole where we stand in the hole the whole time. Oh. Oh, there's a demon. I can't even fight this game. How am I gonna fight a demon? Oh wait, what's happening? Credits. Welcome to the Stanley Hole Parable. Oh, the hole is moving. There's 4 elevators in the game now! Woo! What is with the music, though? Bye, narrator. I'll see you in hell. Okay, seriously though. Teleport! Change your perspective. Oh. Oh. Hi, Stanley. That is what he looks like. Just gonna stay here. Up close and personal. I can't even move my mouse anymore. What are we gonna do now? Stanley, change your perception, Stanley. Oh, it changes the music. It's pretty funky. Ooh, I don't like that. That's creepy. Get some, like... Oh, yeah. I was just about to say, well, let's get some dubstep, but I'll take some EDM. Dubstep is EDM, but... What else we got?
My head's stronger. Now you're no.
Oh, let's change the audio real quick. Oh! Yes! Welcome to Stanley Parable, deep down dark deep. I I'm finding dinosaurs. I am a stegosaurus. See how many references we can get here. Puppies! Oh my gosh. Nope, we're staying on puppies. I don't care what else. If there's anything after this, puppies are better. Oh, I'm a robot now. Stanley Parable. And now Stanley's upside down. It's Pump Figure Stanley. Buff Stanley! Hold on, how do we... Let's get a close-up on Buff Stanley. Oh my gosh, Stanley. What have you done, Stanley? What have you done? Ah! It's GTA cover art, Stanley. That is a really good drawing of Stanley. That is a really bad drawing of Stanley. That is a...
Stanley? 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 Oh good, you're
back.
It seems you had sort of dozed off
What?
there.
No.
Drifting away into dreamland.
That was not a dream.
That's
That was real.
Because this hole
And then
is
you
just so
altered the
darn
reality to put
fascinating
Stanley back
that I
here
want you
because
to
he was
be wide
happy
awake
for
every
once.
second of it.
Just
It
because
really
Stanley threw
is
himself off the
so
stairs
good.
doesn't mean you had to take me away from the hole!
I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the whole. From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all of them.
Many years in the hole.
Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back.
He's talking about college debt. Many years in the hole. Is it gonna happen again? Is it just... What? Oh, loading. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the loading. Is that it? Okay. So now we go get the collectible.
Come on, try out some of the new features.
You retconned the hole. The hole never happened. It was all fanfic. Ooh, see, collectibles. I like collectibles. That's new. That's new. That's new. Can you find them all? Oh.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley
The Norwegian
figurines.
choir has
And what's
spoken.
truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
There'll be no reward
I
for
don't
collecting
want
all
to
of them.
stifle
That's
the
very much
intrinsic
like the
joy of
narrator.
watching a
Get the
number go up.
collectibles
You
for
simply
nothing.
collect all of them, and then you move the hell
I
on
bucket.
with your unremarkable life.
Oh my gosh, what is happening? Let's get out of here. Gimme. 1! Yay! Yeah, let's I do not want to go back in that room.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it.
Yes,
Absolutely
don't reward the players.
tragic.
It's all part of the game to not be rewarded. Alright, the exit door is over here. I think we've seen enough. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Concept art.
All
Lots
right,
of red.
have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move
At the
on now?
boss's office, but red. Oh, that's neat. That's a cool poster. Oh, it's like a IMAX theater.
So, Stanley, what do you think?
I've actually never
Do
been
you
to an
like
IMAX
all
theater.
of
I don't
the
know
new
if this is what they
features?
look like.
Yes,
I'm
I know it's
imagining
not
this is what it
exactly
looks like.
clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's
There's
do
a
an
good game in
experiment.
this black pit.
I'll
Oh,
arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it
he's gonna
coheres into a
arrange the
meaningful
features
gameplay
together.
experience.
Just smack them all down.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you
Ooh.
the Stanley Parable 2.
2? Oh my gosh. More jumps. There are more jumps in the presentation.
Well,
This looks
I
like
mean,
if
there's
you were to
potential
put a
here,
bunch
right?
of prompts into
It's
AI
sort of-
and be like, make a video game! This is what
Hold
you would
on.
get.
Let me do a different arrangement.
Just like a
Okay,
really weird
yes,
blob.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Stanley Parable 2 version 2, 2.2. Oh. What's in the bucket?
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
What is in
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Jim,
And I
Jim,
do
Jim,
very much
Jim,
enjoy
Jim.
creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Okay.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they wouldn't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
Just rename him Jim and
With
then put
respect,
some balloons.
with care for the
a
vision
bucket.
and integrity of the original.
Tie
game.
all the balloons
Would it
to a
possibly
bucket
work?
so they don't fly
I
away.
suppose it could,
And
but it
then
would
the
need a
goal is
really,
now for
really
Jim to
tremendous
collect all the
title
buckets
screen.
with the balloons.
A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising
title
conviction, "This is the Stanley
It would
Parable
be funny if
2."
you just showed us a screen that says this
You
is a
see if I
Stanley
can
Parable
put
2,
something
press
up.
start or something like that.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Take a look at what? I freaking called it. Alright, that's funny. Is it actually just going to be exactly the same? Like, are we just resetting the game?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley
Oh my
worked
gosh,
for
the
a company in
balloons.
a big building where he was employee number
So he added the
427.
balloons. What else?
Employee number
Where's my
427's
bucket? Shouldn't there
job
be a
was
bucket on my desk?
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard.
Okay.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him
I
what
think the only
buttons to
difference so
push,
far is the balloons.
how long to push them, and in what order.
Press M on
This
your
is what
keyboard for
employee
34
427
milliseconds.
did every day of every month of every year.
Okay.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made.
As though
exactly
he had been
for the
programmed to be in this job inside of this video game, inside of this fictional universe.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
The Stanley Parable
Something
2!
that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order
Okay, so we had the title
arrived on
screen was
monitor
different,
for
the
him
balloons
to
were
follow.
different.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting.
So I think
or
the only
even
difference
say
so far is the
hi. Never
balloons.
in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete
Welcome to the sequel.
isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
We're back, baby.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as
This
he came
isn't
to
the
his wits
original
and
intro.
regained his
This is the
senses,
new
he
intro
got up
for
from
the
his desk
sequel.
and stepped out of his office.
Yeah, because balloons! That's all a
All of his
sequel needs. It's
co-workers
the
were
same
gone.
game but with
What did it
balloons.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can I click on it?
Stanley
My
picked up the bucket.
Bucket! Let's go! Let's go.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Oh
to
my
his
gosh, the
chest
dialogue changes.
and entered the door on his left.
Alright, let's do one more ending. Let's go turn the mind control screen on instead of off.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase.
Let's go to the
Stanley
boss's
and the bucket
office.
walked upstairs to the boss's office.
And we got one more ending. That sequel took a lot more time than I thought, so let's get one more ending.
Stepping into his manager's
And
office,
we'll call it
Stanley
there.
was once again stunned to discover not an
was it-
indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. But Stanley
go!
guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Bucket knew
Was the
all along.
bucket guiding him?
The bucket calls to
This
me.
is certainly the most
I
logical
need the
explanation.
buckets. Hey, a Figley!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure
What's up,
of a
little
job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of
I
these
love the little
beautiful
star.
figurines.
Hey, wee. Hey, elevator. Boop. My bucket makes me so calm. It gives me serenity. I am one with the bucket.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could
So there's
do
this
to keep himself
elevator,
together,
the
if
elevator
not
that goes
for
to the
bucket.
adventure line,
Soothing
both
him,
new content
comforting him,
elevators, and the
reassuring
whole.
that
We
in
got
this
5
darkest moment
elevators
of
in the Ultra
uncertainty,
Deluxe.
He would be
It's more we
alright.
could ever ask for.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Bucket's here for you,
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Escape.
Control
We'll do escape
Facility.
next time. I'm gonna try and make this a 3-parter. I think that's pretty reasonable for this game. I think it has like 6 or 7 hours of content, pretty much total.
The lights
So,
rose on an enormous room packed with
after
television
we
screens.
kind of go through everything,
What horrible
we'll
secret did this place hold?
maybe do like
Stanley
a
and the
4th
bucket both
episode where
wondered
it's
to
like clips of like everything we missed. But I want to try to get all main content kind of squared away in like 3 or maybe 4 episodes. We already did all this, so we know the screens are gonna come on.
To life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in
I
shock.
love how the bucket
Everyone in
changes the
office
dialogue.
was being videotaped.
This is
monitored like
crazy
guinea
good.
pigs.
Like
The
imagine,
bucket had never seen anything like this.
you
and it
know,
very nearly burst into
re-releasing a
tears
game
as
and being
Stanley
like,
cradled it
hey, we
gently,
need to redo all the
reassuring us
dialogue
that everything would be
if the
fine.
player has the bucket, but just a little different. I love it. Okay, so
Was
we're
the
gonna push
bucket
the
under the mind
elevator
control
button.
facilities?
Oh, there's a
influence as
6th
well?
elevator!
Had
This
the
is an
bucket been
elevator.
told to do things
There's
it
6
didn't wish to
elevators.
do? What kind
Stanley
of
Parable
things does
2,
the bucket
now
want
with
to
more
do
elevators.
Or not want to do in the first place? These
Yeah, I'm gonna
questions
try and get the
raised
next
furious
episode
when
out
Stanley
sooner than I got this one out because I was sick, so I wasn't able to make any episodes.
Screamed into the bucket.
I spent all
He
of last
couldn't
week
accept
sick,
it.
so that
His
was
own life
not
in
fun.
someone else's control. Never. He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire
I've got
world.
my bucket.
At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Yes, the bucket. You know, everybody else put me under my control. The bucket never did anything wrong,
But
okay?
here was
So I
the
trust
proof.
the bucket.
The heart of the operation. Controls
Yes,
labeled with
yes.
emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past
Ooh,
began
there's a
to
big
sink
red
in,
button.
Stanley decided that
Look at
this
the nuclear
machine
launch
would
codes.
never again exert its terrible power over another
Launch the
human life.
bombs.
For
Okay.
he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
Yes, me
Two
and the bucket will
best
destroy
friends,
reality.
Stanley and the bucket, up
Just
against
kidding.
the world.
Me and the
They
bucket are going to
high-fived in a
control
really
the
cool
office
way,
from now on.
and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
The bucket was like, let's take down this system.
But at the
No.
last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on
What?
the controls. Stanley
pushed
gasped
the button.
in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along?
Yes, bucket.
To take over the machine and claim the
Yes,
power for
bucket, we
itself?
will control the
How could
office.
the bucket have betrayed him like this?
The bucket
Stanley was
betrayed
prepared
me. This was
to
my
throw
plan.
the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
The hell?
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Flamingos. Penguins!
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after
What?
another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility.
No, I
at
was
all.
under mind
It was a
control. This
facility
is a
for
mind
monitoring
control facility.
and surveilling silly birds all
Bucket, what
over
have you
the
done?
world.
Bucket,
The
have you
mind
warped my
controls were
reality?
only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
Hey, it's a duck.
Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
That,
Of all the possible paths his life could have taken,
or is it I'm
this
just
one
back under
was
mind
surely the
control?
best.
Like I pushed on and then the
Stanley
mind control resumed
was
and was
happy.
like, now instead of pushing buttons in your office, you watch silly birds for the rest of your life. Oh, that was it. Cool, guys. Well, we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, this is Yay Gamer. This is the Stanley Parable 2. And like I said, I'm going to try and make more videos more frequent. Last week was kind of hard because I was sick, but I'm feeling so much better, and I think, you know, I can crank more out now. Going to try and still make some more content with friends as soon as we can get all the schedules lined up. But I think this is a pretty solid video. We got a sequel, a surprise sequel, which, I mean, the game's been out for a couple years, so you guys probably knew about that. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I knew about that, but, you know, I still wanted to play through it and kind of see all the new stuff. But hopefully you guys had some laughs. Appreciate you guys going through this journey with me. I'm super excited to keep this going. I'm not going to give up. I mean, I went from 6 to 8 subscribers, so that's like, you know, a 20% increase, so I'll take it. If I could just do, you know, 20% more every week, that'd be crazy. But that's not going to happen. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, this is Jay Gamer, and I'll see you guys in the next one.